Hey Internet, it's Megan and I am going to be doing a book haul for you guys. This is my summer book haul and I went a little crazy. Now, just to be clear about this book haul, half of these I got pretty cheap through Book Outlet, which I highly recommend. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I definitely recommend them because you can get some good books that are just like dirt cheap compared to what you see in your bookstores. Like, let's see. Alright, so we're just going to kind of jump in so I can explain about Book Outlet. Before I do that though, if you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more bookish videos. Now, just jumping in, the books that I got from Book Outlet are great condition. They're new really, but they have a specific deal where they get boxes that were not sold for specific reasons, things like that, and they resell them for really cheap. And their stock always changes, so you always want to check it out when you are looking for a specific book, because it might not be there tomorrow, but it'll be there the next day. So, I mean, it really just depends. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump in and tell you about one of the series that I picked up. I picked up the whole series in paperback because I just bought the first book in the series, and let's just say that it wound up in some grubby little hands and got destroyed, which hurt my heart a lot. So I had to buy another copy because it's my favorite book of all time, and that is Sabriel by Garth Nix. It is part of the Old Kingdom series, and this book is all about a necromancer who, instead of raising the dead, puts the dead back down. And it's such a good book. I recommend this one highly. But I picked up the whole series, Sabriel, Lyriel, and Abhorsen, and I got these all for $9 total for all three books. And retail, they're $9 each, according to the back of the book. So I got all three books, which I'm really excited about because I do love this series so much. So yes, I will be doing an in-depth review of this series once I've finished rereading them. These are going to be on my, what I've mentioned before, my tour of spooky books. Spooky, twisted, creepy books, because necromancy. It's necromancy, magic, all this other fun stuff. So that was in a shipment that I got from Book Outlet. And I mean, that was a pretty cheap win for me because I love the series. I would have bought them for $30 and I only got them for $9, so definitely recommend it. The next group of books that I got from Book Outlet, I got these, I don't remember the exact price of these, but I did get them pretty cheap. It is two books that I've been wanting to read by Susan Dennard, and that is the Truth Witch and Wind Witch books. These are book 1 and 2 of a series. Truth Witch comes first, so I got that one in paperback. This one, I thought I selected paperback, but it came in hardback. But it's just a fantasy series that I've really been wanting to pick up, and I've seen it in Barnes & Noble whenever I go in there. I almost bought it full price, so I recommend checking Book Outlet anytime you want to buy books for cheaper. So I got those two books, and I feel like this is like a whole like spiel on Book Outlet. It's not, I promise. I just bought a lot of books from them this summer. The next book is a sequel to a book that I read earlier this year that I absolutely adored, and that was Reboot by Amy Tantera. So I got the sequel, which is Rebel, and I do really appreciate this series. I loaned the first one to my cousin just because he appreciates this kind of thing. It's kind of a sci-fi dystopian twist book, and it's a lot of fun, and I do recommend this one. But yeah, I got this one for, I think it was like $2, and it's normally $10, and it's perfect condition. I mean, the corners are a little beat up, but that's because they've been in a box. So yeah, that is definitely one that I do enjoy. The last, I think this is it. Nope, I got some more hardbacks. Okay. So the next two books I picked up mostly because I read Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh. I absolutely loved her way of storytelling, so I had to pick up The Wrath and the Dawn duology, The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger, and these are both hardback. Normally retail for like $19 each. I got them for $5 each, So I am really excited about these ones because I do love the way Renee does the storytelling. I mean, you can practically see the world out of the corners of your eyes, and it's really good. So I recommend this series. Well, not this series because I haven't read it yet, so I can't recommend it, but I recommend this author. Let's say that. All right, so let's see what's next. Okay, the next few books are not parts of series or complete series. These are just standalones that I picked up through Book Outlet. Let's see, let me make sure I don't have any others. Okay. All right, last 3 books from Book Outlet, and then we're going to move on to ones that I actually purchased for full retail price. So the first one is by Sophie Jordan, and this one is called Rina Shadows. And I'm not going to deny that I picked this one up because the cover's gorgeous. I don't think I even really read what it was about. I'm a horrible person. It's just beautiful. But the reason why I did that is because every so often I purposely will pick a book only because of its cover. And I have a video coming up about that next week, which will be a spoiler-free book discussion in regards to the book The Infinity of You and Me by J.Q. Coyle. But this one I picked up for the same reason, because I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review. So, and judge the book by its cover because it's pretty. The next book is something that I've seen raved about on Goodreads in some of the groups that I'm in, and that is The Shadow Queen by C.G. Redwine. And this is supposedly another retelling of Snow White, which I'm really all about the retellings this year, which is really weird. But I do love them. But this one, I mean, look at this cover. It's kind of gorgeous. But I mean, this is something that's right up my alley, and I saw it on Book Outlet, so I had to pick it up. I think I got it for maybe $4, and its retail is $17.99. So definitely recommend that website. I think I'm gonna say that after every time I flip a book up. I'm sorry. Alright, the final book that I purchased from Book Outlet is The 1000th Floor by Katharine McGee. And I've heard so many good things about this one, and the cover's shiny. I like shiny things. Retail $18.99, got it for I think $5.99. This is just something that I've heard a lot about. I was told it's kind of like Gossip Girl meets Big Brother, I think is what it was said. I know it's more on the Gossip Girl side. Of course, it's a fantasy take on it, so there's that. And my washer's right against my wall, so sometimes it makes that noise. Sorry about that. But this is the last book that I picked up from Book Outlet, and I did enjoy my shopping experience with them. They are really, really good. They ship pretty fast, and I mean, their stock changes all the time. So I recommend checking them out if you are in the market for some cheap books. Again, not sponsored. Just putting that out there. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books that I picked up strictly from Book Outlet. Now jumping into books I purchased for full price, we're going to go over the next 6 books. I've read a lot of books, I've purchased a lot of books this summer. So the next 2 books, I purchased one for me because I wanted to do kind of a revisit of my childhood, and the other one I purchased because it was my sister's favorite story when she was younger. She still absolutely adores the movie, and her little kids are now of the age where they can start to be read too. I mean, this is, I think, going to be a little advanced for them, but I know that my sister is going to love it. I already told her about it, so she's excited. I just need to give it to her. So the book that I bought for my sister and her kids is Matilda by Roald Dahl, and I love this book, and I know that she is going to love reading it to her kids as much as I loved watching the movie and reading it and spending time with my sister around this story. Roald Dahl has a way of capturing the imagination and just bringing you into a world that is like ours, but just a little off, but not in a kind of uneasy way. It brings out the best in storytelling, and I really think that if I could go back in time and speak with any author who is dead, it would be Roald Dahl, because amazing. So this is for my little sister that I'm going to be giving to her for her kids. The next, and I picked that one up at Barnes & Noble. The next one I also picked up at Barnes & Noble same day, and that is A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline Langle, and this one is going to be released later this year as a movie again. I think they've done this one like 5 times since I was born. But this story was one of those ones where I enjoyed it a lot when I was a kid, and I'm actually in the middle of rereading it. I've got a little bookmark here. I don't know if you can see that, but I think I loved it a lot more when I was a kid than I do now. But I will be doing a well, not really a review of it, but in my wrap-up I'll talk about it a little bit. But I picked up this one because childhood memories and nostalgia. So there's that. Let's see. Alright. The next book that I picked up is a sequel to one of the books that I received in my Owl Crate way back when. This is the first book I ever received in my Owl Crate, and I finally picked up the sequel. And that is Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. And this book is going to be in my Tour of the Weird that I'm planning on doing. I don't know if I'm going to call it that, but starting September, the books that I'm going to be reading are all going to be kind of a little on the twisted, creepy side. So this series is going to be in there, and she's actually coming to Salt Lake Comic Con, so I'm going to be taking this to have her sign it, because I already have the book plate in the first one, so yeah. Anyway, so I did pick up that. Okay. That is a lot of books in that box. Alright, so the next group of books that I got is 3 books by Tahara Mafi, and this is the Shatter Me series. It's a trilogy. I know that there's some novellas that I haven't picked up, but I wanted the actual trilogy first to get through. So we've got Shatter Me, Unravel Me, and Ignite Me. And I mean, that's a lot of books here. There are a lot of pages because they're pretty thick here. I mean, no, they're not outrageous, but they're just... The story is about this girl named Juliet whose touch is fatal. That's all I know about the first one, and I know that they want to weaponize her. So I picked up the whole series because, again, Tour of Weird, but these have been sitting in Barnes & Noble just calling my name. They're saying, Megan. Very creepy to me. You know, I don't know. Anyway, we won't talk about what I just did. Anyway, so I picked these up because they just called my name, and I'm out of book space in my box here because I am out of I'm out of book storage space. I need to figure out a new solution for this, because I mean, I've got my bookshelf is full, plus a bunch of books stacked in front of it, and I'm just really glad that I don't have an animal who likes to pee on books, because that would be a nightmare. So anyway, the next 4 books I'm going to be talking about are ones that I received in my Owl Crate over the summer. Now, one of them I just did a unboxing for, so I'm not really spoiling anything, so we're just going to go in order of the books that I got. The books that I got in my June Owl Crate is The Sandcastle Empire by Kayla Olson, and this one is supposed to be kind of like Lost. And it's an Owl Crate exclusive cover. All 3 of these books are Owl Crate exclusive covers that were officially in the Owl Crate box because Owl Crate chose them, not bonus books. So I got this one, and yeah, it's supposed to be really good, and I love the cover. I love this gradient of green. I think it's beautiful. So there's that. This one I haven't read. I keep on like putting a book that's like more on the diverse side on my reading list, and I just haven't gotten to them. But this one is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee, and I have another book of hers, This Monstrous Thing, and I haven't read it yet. That one's going to be on my spooky tour. But this one I've heard so many good things about, just because it features a bisexual character, and I mean, a ton of people have raved about this, so I'm going to be giving this one a shot hopefully soon, because I really have liked what I've heard about it so far. Yeah, so there's that. And then in my latest Owl Crate, there were 2 books. I'm going to talk about the bonus book first because, well, I like bonus books. This one is Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving, and this one is one that I have loved for years, and I've never had a like separate copy of this book. And I am really, really excited about this one, just because it's going to be on my tour of spooky things. And I love Sleepy Hollow. And I mean, Tim Burton's movie is my favorite Tim Burton movie. So that's saying a lot because I'm obsessed with Tim Burton. Anyway, this is something that was a bonus book, so I'm really happy about this. I do enjoy getting bonus books. So, and the last book in this summer book haul is one that just kind of, I had it on my Goodreads list because I had checked books that were coming out soon a while ago. I think this was like earlier this year. And I had marked it as one that I wanted to read, and it was included in my outcrate, so I'm glad I didn't buy it. But this one is The Hearts We Sold by Emily Lloyd-Jones, and this one is about a girl who sells her heart to, I think it's a demon or the devil, in exchange for something, and the book is about her trying to figure out if she's already given her heart away, can she give it to someone else? So, I mean, I want to read this one. It's going to be also on my tour of spooky books, because it's twisted and weird and totally me. So yeah, well, I purchased a lot of books this summer. I don't know how I'm going to read them all. I think I'm going to be on a book ban for a while because that's a lot of books. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 books this summer. And I really need to read them. So that is it for this video. I've done a lot of shopping and I really need this stuff. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you're enjoying whatever you're reading, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.